I know everyone in my comment section has been talking about it. This is probably the most addressed thing that I've seen in my comments. And yes, you are all correct. I legitimately have no idea how to properly use a microphone. For the longest time in my life, the microphone that I used was a headset microphone attached to the headset I'm wearing right now. However, that broke about like a few months ago, 6 months ago ish, maybe a little bit longer. And so because of that, I didn't want to buy an entirely new headset. So instead, I just got a standalone microphone. Now, the issue with this is that usually when I talk and when I go on a little monologue, I kind of move my head around to all I want and I look around on what's ever on my screen just because like there's nothing stand still and attached that I have to speak into. However, with the new microphone that I got, I can't move around as much. And everyone has commented on both the amount of times my microphone peaks, as it did just right there. I saw the audio and the amount of time it sounds like I'm moving it closer and further away from the mic. These are things that I'm very well aware of, and I've tried to do everything I can to fix it. It's difficult for me to talk standing still because I'm checking multiple things. I'm one making sure that I'm capturing the right like screen when I put the Mozilla Firefox, I guess, in the top left when I'm looking at Twitter talking about a video. I need to make sure I'm showing it. I'm not just looking like a fucking idiot talking about absolutely nothing. And then when I want to talk like this, I got to make sure, I'm in the middle of the screen. And as a result, it sometimes sounds like I'm like flying away from the mic and I'm like leaning away from the mic. It's because when I'm turning my head, I'm not directly talking to the microphone. I am aware this is an issue. I will try to get better at it. I'm just really stupid and I have fallen into such a massive routine of just talking incorrectly the entire time. So I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to be fixed. But once again, I'm trying. And in regard to the microphone peaking, I have tried everything that has been suggested to me before it was even suggested to me. One is get a pop cover, which there is legitimately a pop cover on my mic right now. And so, I wish that would be more effective in preventing the peaks, as you can see once again, it did right there. But when it comes to that, I have to kind of either talk further away from the mic and get a lot quieter like this, or talk closer to the mic and just try not to emphasize those like harsh consonants as much as I've done. I don't know. And another thing too that people have said is like try to edit it. I try to edit the audio, which I also do. I did it the right way for a long time, and it still didn't really fix stuff. And then for the past like month, I've been doing it the wrong way, where I have used DaVinci Resolve because it's free. And there's a thing where you normalize audio, and I forgot to normalize the audio clips independently, so like the audio was a bit fucked up and everywhere. Ideally, that also makes the peaks like they're not gonna stop them from happening, but they're gonna make it so they don't just aggressively punch your ears with the most aggressive like audio punch and I guess like a little bit of bass maybe there, even though it's not really bass in my voice of all time. These are issues that I'm entirely aware of, and the amount of times I've gotten commented, especially recently, because I've had a couple of videos do better than what they normally do on my channel, which appreciate everyone watching those and I appreciate anyone who is subscribed. But like people are consistently commenting on my, on my comments saying, "Yo, your mic is fucked up, brother. You gotta fix it." I am aware this is an issue. I'm working on it. I'm just a lowly chud on the internet trying to figure it out. And maybe at one point I'll figure out how to do it 100% perfectly, and then we won't have to have any more of these conversations. But for now, you just gonna have to suffer it. If you don't want to, subscribe or continue watching my videos because of that, that's entirely understandable. Because of the type of content that I make, and also just the fact that I don't have a face cam, instead I have just a random PNG of the cat from Battle Block Theater, as the substitution for my personality. I get if the audio is a bit fucked up, you're not going to want to watch, which is like, acceptable. That's on me for not being able to properly manage my audio levels. That's my fault. I understand. I will not hold it against you for not, continuing your journey with me in this lovely world of the internet. But I will try to, get better at it. Obviously, I'm aware of it being an issue making this video, and I hope that anyone who has commented is sure that I'm not ignoring them. I am legitimately trying my best. I'm just really fucking stupid when it comes to audio and stuff like that. It's kind of tough. Maybe I need to reorient the angle which my mic is facing. That might be something. I don't really know if that's gonna fix anything, but maybe just the way the air and the sound waves interact with the microphone at the current orientation that it is kind of like fucking it up and making it peak a little bit more. And maybe that might stop it. Also, I'll try to be more still and look at the microphone more. I guess angle my mouth towards the microphone more when I speak. This is just gonna be a practice thing where I have to be cognizant of it. So if I sound like I'm a fucking idiot more often in the videos than I usually am, it's because I'm focusing on talking straight ahead at the microphone instead of like looking and making sure all the intricacies of the recording are all firing on all cylinders. And also like another comment that this is completely unrelated, but kind of another comment that I saw about, um, you know, the stylistically decisions I make in this video was to kind of move my character into the bottom right at all times, kind of like this, where like I'd be over here and the gameplay would be in the middle. And I've thought about doing that, but like I kind of don't want to. And the reason being is because like I get that the gameplay, it keeps the viewer entertained for now, especially when it's just like a PNG shaking all over the place, and it's not my face, and you can't see me like gesticulate and stuff. But at the same time, I don't want the gameplay to kind of overtake the entire focus on it. And I'd wish for you to focus on at least some of the words that I'm saying while you watch either Need for Speed Most Wanted, 2012, Deadlock, or Minecraft in the background, or whatever other game I decide to put back there. I'd hope that at least you try to listen to me while I get in the way, especially in Need for Speed, because the car is the main thing of it, and I think I'm directly covering it, which is kind of funny. Just imagine me as the car, and then there you go. When I crash, I fucking die. So if you hate me and I crash, then there you go. But yeah, maybe I will change it down the line. I might just like, I don't know. I'll figure something out. In my defense, I used to not have anything in the background. It used to be a still PNG, and I finally learned how to chroma key myself out of, or the background out of the PNG, so that you can see the gameplay. So good job on me for that part. Like, all right, it's been worse. Maybe I will move myself in the bottom right, but I might make myself pretty fucking big in the bottom right, so you still at least have to deal with me. But anywho, I just wanted to address these couple of things to let you know that I'm reading the comments and reading the feedback. And I'm not just entirely ignoring it. I kind of just feel weird responding to comments. I don't know why. That's just kind of what's going on with me as a person. I'm kind of weird. Kind of just like an update. I wanna interact with the burgeoning community that I have. The fastest growing community in the world. They say, and let you know that I hear the comments that you're saying. I read them. I'm just kind of too stupid to fix them sometimes, and also sometimes I don't really know if I want to make like the changes, especially considering the location in which the PNG is on the screen. Maybe I'll change it though. But I will let you know that every one of your comments are heard, unless I become like Mr. Beast levels of successful, and then there's 8 billion comments, and I might fail to read them at that point. But right now I do at least read everything that is said to me. If there's any advice on how to stop myself from peaking, or like any vocal techniques I can do to stop it so that my P's aren't as aggressive, send them in the comments below. But that's really all I wanted to say for today. Just wanted to get this out there. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.